A very good morning to you. This is the Intern Network Show right here on Radio 254 with me, Jean. And today I'm with you till the top of the hour. So this is short and sweet. In context of a newspaper where Randy Nyamira women politicians are dumping their husbands, found on our newspaper in Kenya. And for this interesting session, I'm going to read you this article shortly. Then we will get into a short piece that I wrote. Right. So many in Nyamira County are in great mental agony and have started developing cold fear over their wives' possibility of being nominated as members of either the county or the national assemblies. This tormenting fear has been brought about due to the awkward situation majority of those who have been lucky to be nominated have, of late, entangled themselves in embarrassing behaviors. Majority of the married women who have earned themselves nomination tickets, particularly to the County Assembly of Nyamira, have ditched, divorced, molested, or mistreated their husbands on grounds that they are now honorable members. They have also exhibited and displayed a high degree of immorality, arrogance, and dictatorship to their husbands in public, a factor which has caused worry and scared away men whose wives have not been nominated not to allow them take up the position because of its merits and demerits. In the last generation, a mother of 3 children, in the last general election, a mother of 3 children was nominated to Nyamira County Assembly, but after 2 months in office, she ditched her husband of long standing for what is termed as green pastures, which she found at the County Assembly within Nyamira town and other neighboring towns in the country. One of the women identified as Liliana Nyamwea, who was married at Nyamusi village in North Mugirango constituency without fear and shame after being nominated, moved from her marital home, then rented a house in Nyamira town with her new sweethearts, whom she found at the county assembly, and 2 others at the arm wing of the county government. It is said that she deserted her husband because he did not have a stable source of income compared to the new men she found at the county assembly and the county government. After the expiry of her term in the assembly came to her end, she was equally deserted by the said lovers, and currently she is struggling with her single life in the same rented house so as to make ends meet, as her critics are watching and laughing at her from the fence. To more surprising disappointment and shocking news is that Lillian, who was a hot cake during her nomination period, has now turned to be a disgrace and reject to even all those who were glorifying her when she was MCA. Other women nominees in the last election have also resorted to excessive drinking after ditching and denouncing their husbands to venture and engage themselves in commercial sex, which they term as their alternative source of income after failing to be renominated, and an empowerment for themselves both socially, politically, and economically. In the county assembly, 2 women have also ditched their husbands for months after getting their nominations. The 2 have deserted their marital homes and have migrated to towns where they have rented houses and are busy enjoying their new lives in company of their new lovers, who are responsible for footing all their bills and of any manner and form. Among those who have fallen out with their husbands include Doris Nyamanga, who quit secondary school teaching for the nomination under UDA party. Priscilla Nyatichi is another notorious rogue woman who narrowly escaped death in an accident which claimed the life of the county assembly majority leader Elijah Osiemo. She ran away from her matrimonial home on grounds that she has now become financially stable and therefore she could not feed and live with a man who was a pauper. Before Nyamwanga deserted her husband, she would subject him to public humiliation, ridicule, and untold suffering. The behavior and conduct of married women after their nominations is wanting, causing a lot of headaches, concern, and worry among the area residents, particularly men and the general public. The move to walk out of their marriage has not only subjected their husbands to public ridicule and humiliation, but has also psychologically tortured and subjected their own children to suffering. Another woman from the county nominated to the National Assembly, married in Luo Nyanza through a colorful wedding ceremony, has also deserted her husband after earning her nomination through the ODM ticket. Irene Mayaka was also lucky to be nominated to Nyamira County Assembly. It is now coming out clear that those being nominated qualify for the positions after giving in to sex advances and demands by the nominating party authorities. The move by the women nominees to ditch their husbands and finally desert their marital homes is complicating women nomination chances in the county on grounds that they could divorce their husbands once they get a nomination slot or resort to immorality, thus damaging their family's reputation. That is it. That is an article written by an associate, a correspondent, or correspondent on a certain newspaper in Kenya. Right, so in context of that, and very shortly, I want to read something that I made, and I hope it's something to chew on and think about as we consider the world that we're living in today. The world is likened to a garden of roses, full of petals, full of thistles, an acre or more of astonishing colors, complementing one another. In today's global warmed society, like a plate in the microwave removed too soon, we are crashing into embracing the flowery nature of our times. Here one day and withering on the next, relationships have become some sort of pollen grain exchange. We are too busy seeking worldly comfort to truly realize we have no honey to hold in our arms back at home, and for the rest of our lives, it seems. It seems our being are deluded by the fear that no one will ever truly understand us. Polygamy and polyamory is the new means of pollination, a bleak attempt to fill the world as commanded, but also a slow and sure pollution of the love we once knew and held true to society standards. Policing our vocabulary, we deem it better to say consensual non-monogamy, as if we can slice the cake and have it, as if we can make our beds and still lie in it, as if we can share out our heart, our self-love, self-understanding with compatible strangers and still own it, as if we can sell a piece of our land and remain the owners. The love we once knew as for the better half is halved as many times as it can be distributed. It is a return to the times of Jesus, where each is determined to feed 5,000 partners, not fish and loaves, but to fish a breadwinner, not for the bread of life, but for ties that last a lifetime. Our world is a garden of roses. Not only roses, but sunflowers, lavender, and many more, all waiting for a taste of the new high. polyamory, and polygamy. That is it from me. I hope you have a great time and take care as you chew on this food for thought, soul soup for the soul. Make sure that you have a good day and enjoy it. All right. Bye.